Ramakrishnaya Om Namo Bhagavate Ramakrishnaya Om Namo Bhagavate Ramakrishnaya. This in today's class, meditation skill for meditators, we are going to look at some of the states of the mind. Now, we won't go into the philosophical discussion of what is the mind, but for our purposes today, first remember, mind is a material substance. Secondly, the mind itself has no form. It takes the form of everything that is either put into it or it is poured into. What is the mind has got no as material and has no form? It's like water, or fire or air. They are subtle particles or materials. Fire also does not have a form. It takes a form of whatever it comes in contact with. So the mind also is likened to something like a formless material entity, but it has taken the form of the body and it takes the form of thoughts. Why? Yes, that's the whole thing. So that is called a chitta vritti, the whirlpool in the waves or the waves in the mind stuff. They are nothing but forms. Whatever you perceive, the mind takes that form. Okay, this much. So the body is here and we have a mind. The grossest part of the body, remember please, the grossest part of called the body is the grossest part of the mind. The mind is subtle and its gross aspect is the body. It is the mind, as it were, becomes consolidated, concretizes and becomes the body. So the seat of the body is actually in the mind. So the mind is, so here it pervades everything, like clay pervades the earthenware jar. Similarly, the mind pervades everything. And though, as I said, it has no form, it has now taken a form. Now, when cognition takes place, what happens is there is a wave. The mind takes that form of cognition. Well, how many states the mind is? The mind is right now in the waking state, and then we have a dream state, and then we have deep sleep state. We have the three gunas called sattva, rajas and tamas. They are the constituent materials of nature through which everything has been made, including the mind. Now, how do these three qualities manifest? And if you can see that there are 5 states through which these qualities manifest. The very first state, according to the commentators on the Yoga Sutras, and this first one is Kshipta. What is Kshipta? It's restlessness. terribly, the mind is just kind of running madly after things. And in this state, what happens is, if you can see, it serves to have attachment and aversion, and also it manifests as pleasure and pain. There's a kind of unrestrained activity. Lust and greed and anger and hatred and avarice, all these things steam in the mind. That person just can't sit still. Ask that person to sit still, that person might go crazy. These people, for them, the mind has taken over everything. It dictates things. And if it goes to the extreme limit, the unrestrained mind, when the mind is too restless, you get something called what is diseases of the body, and it affects the mind also. So all this restlessness has an impact, a negative impact. So this is the first state of Kshipta. Kshipta is, Kshepana is to throw in Sanskrit. The scattered. Swami Vivekananda translates it as a scattered state of mind. This constantly being scattered about. The next state is Moodaha. Mooda is kind of stupefied or darkened. In this mind, it serves only to injure others. These types of minds, they do not do any good to the world in a way. There's sleep and there's indolence and there's murderous tendencies. There is that raging, you can say, anger that boils down. Even if the person tries to become spiritual in this, religious, they take that, but it's only to serve that kind of darkened state of it. These are the dark deeds of humanity. Every city, like we are living in Los Angeles, and it looks so beautiful, but Los Angeles has an underbelly, the dark side. Every city, every town has an underbelly. So this type of minds are found everywhere. The Mooda is a stupid mind. The third is the Vikshepa. Now, it's Swami Vivekananda translated it as gathering. It's alternately calm and alternately restless. 90% of all spiritual or religious aspirants have such a mind. So most of us here, we are on the third level. The very fact that you are present here, watching this, means that you have a Vikshipta mind. Those minds which are too darkened or too scattering, they won't even bother about all these things. So your state of mind itself has gravitated you towards such things. You know the ideal, you want to achieve something, at the same time the mind is not cooperating with you all the time. So it's intermittently calm and intermittently, you can say, restless. Fourth is Ekagra, one-pointed. Such a mind is easily controlled. It's easily concentrated and you can focus it. So you have insights or intuitions, people are creative, people can for hours and hours be focused on a particular activity. So the mind which has been scattered and darkened is now kind of gathering towards slowly, and after it has gathered in the third state Vikshipta, it is now getting focused into one point. It's called ekagra. It's a point. Eka is one, agra is other. So it's like one pointed. The fifth state of mind is niruddha, restrained, controlled. And that leads us to high states of concentration. So this leads us to yoga and samadhi, etc. So these are the 5 states people are in. It's not only people. Wherever there is a mind stuff, you will have these 5 things. So the commentators say the first 2, kshipta and the muda, are kind of states which are very low. The third state, called vikshipta, is likened to those of the gods. And then as the mind focuses, then it transcends even the gods. So there's nothing as powerful in this world as a mind that is in the 5th state, niruddha, controlled. So once we know that now, okay, we are on the 3rd level, okay, we just need to take care of the 3rd level. And then as we take care of the 3rd level, we automatically rise to the 4th level. You don't need to do any kind of special, practices for the 4th level. 3rd level, today we will discuss things meant for the vikshipta minds. So we are all sitting down, either sitting in a seat or sitting on a chair or wherever. I'll give you a couple of exercises in order to have the mind that is kind of restless, how to make it calm. Always remember that the mind is like water, formless. It takes the form of whatever it is given within, either inside or outside. So the first exercise is, I would like you to close your eyes. Sit down straight, please. Breathe through the nostrils. The best way to calm the mind is a repetition of mantra. Now for today's purposes, this Om Namah Shivaya is representative. When you practice it on your own, within the confines of your own room, you use your own mantra, or you can use this very mantra. So chant it along with me, please. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Now we go a little faster. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Faster. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Now do it slowly. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Open your eyes, please. We will do this now mentally, but before we do it mentally, there will be no sound at all. The lips also will not move. So what we will do is mental repetition of the same, slow, a little fast, a little faster, and then slow down. Here, those who have their own personal mantra can use it. While repeating mentally, have the attitude like as if you're pushing away things away from your path very forcefully through the mantra. It's like the mantra is pushing its way through all the restlessness and obstructions. Okay. Start, please. Okay, we stop here. Oh, please open your eyes. This is exercise given to eliminate restlessness. In fact, you're using the mind's energies, that restless energy, to get focused. It's nothing like that. Because if your mind is racing, you race along with it with your mantra. And as if we are pushing the mind towards calmness. Now, if you look at the screen, your screen, you will see the Om. There are people who will have difficulty in this fast repetition. This is the second way is you trace, like your finger, index finger is like the stylus, and you trace your finger over the symbol that you see on the screen. Why is that? It will help you to fix your mind and run along with it slowly. So you trace with your index finger, just visualize your index finger. Don't bother about the circle outside. So slowly with your index finger, close your eyes please now. Close your eyes and now trace the symbol that you have seen on the screen. You could open your eyes now once again. Look towards the screen. You will see that Om. Now once again with eyes open, trace your finger on that every curved line that you see. While doing that, chant Om. Do it once more, please, with your eyes open. Oh. Now close your eyes and do the same thing mentally. Once more. Now open your eyes, please. Those who can practice this, they can eliminate the index finger as a stylus. Just with the mind, just trace the outlines of this Om. Okay. So this is also a sure method to reduce restlessness. There are it is recommended, there are recommendations, you do the mantra, repetition of the mantra, slow, fast, slow, along with this symbol. Take the whole mantra written down and mentally, and trace your finger, or just trace it mentally, the whole mantra. You can also view that mental mantra when you're tracing it with fire, because like Swami Vivekananda says, I have seen the mantra in fiery letters. So that is the color of that mantras. So this is another way. The third method is, I want you to look at the screen and for a brief moment see the picture of Sri Ramakrishna. Okay. The idea is, view Sri Ramakrishna from the feet upwards, slowly up to the head. Watch the whole figure now very minutely. Now once you've done that, what we can do is, close your eyes, please. Close your eyes and become aware of your body sitting down. Now open your eyes, please, and watch that screen wherein there's a picture of Sri Ramakrishna. Now close your eyes, please, and feel as if that picture of Sri Ramakrishna is sitting in front of you. It is the same size as you. Watch the details, please. From the lowest point, from the fingers and toes, run your visualization slowly upwards. The legs, the knees, the arms, the shoulders, the torso, and the face. As if Shri Krishna is actually sitting down there in front of you, exactly your same size. You can open your eyes, briefly look at that picture once again. Now close your eyes and feel Shri Krishna sitting down there in front of you. Now feel you are moving slowly towards that image of Shri Krishna, that Ramakrishna's figure. And Shri Krishna's figure is approaching you. Now merge, please. Let the picture of Shri Krishna, the figure of Shri Ram, merge into you, and you merge into that picture. Feel one with Shri Krishna. Repeat your mantra, please, or simply repeat Om mentally. You can now slowly open your eyes. Take a long, deep breath. Keep watching the picture of Shri Krishna. That is one of meditations where, in this third state of mind, alternately restless and alternately calm, one can make this mind focused, one-pointed, and raise it to the fourth level. There are a few other exercises, but these are one of the, you can say, main ones. Now, I would like you also to experiment with what really will suit you. Which mantra, how do you trace it with your finger as a stylus, or how you visualize it. So this makes your mind calm. See, the mind operates all over the body and also outside. It moves outside also. The body is, as it were, floating in the cloud of the mind. There is something called the extended mind also. So this mind, when it is focused, will bring great benefits to you. Apart from health and all these things, the wealth is actually spiritual. Amazing powers lie latent within you, within all of us. And it is concentration that opens the door. So this alternately restless and calm mind can be made into one-pointedness just through the practice of focus, concentration. It is only concentration that can make the mind gather itself up from its scattered state, gather itself up and hold it in one spot for a length of time. It might start with 1 minute or 2 minutes or 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Then it might go in for 15 minutes because the attention span is very short. This can also increase the attention span, and you can keep your mind focused on a train of thought for hours and hours and hours. This is the method, the methods, not the only methods, but these are the few of the things that we have practiced and we have seen that it does have an effect. We'll stop here for questions.
First question: should you correct our posture during meditation if it feels like hurting?
Hurting, yes. You should. If you're anywhere else sitting down, you start kind of your back or something like that starts hurting. You adjust yourself. Yeah. Because I don't want you to concentrate on the pain. I want you to concentrate on the object. So yes, shift your weight a little if it is necessary, like something like this. But sit down comfortably. You may not be able to sit down the way some others do. If you're sitting on a chair or sitting on a stool, anything, just try to be comfortable and just keep this body held straight, and the neck and the head. That is all.
Is it required to be initiated in Gayatri mantra to practice it while meditating?
Well, you don't. The Gayatri mantra nowadays, everybody is chanting it, everybody is using it. In the old days, there had to be an initiation to do the practice of Gayatri. But I would recommend you do the Gayatri. Okay, there's no problem.
Pranam Maharaj, regarding the states of mind, what category does a dark thinking person with intense focus fall into?
Oh, yeah. But that person also, yes, that darkened mind also focuses, but focus on things that are destructive, things that hurt or harm people and harms oneself also. So there is a focus in the darkened state and in the scattered state, but these states are not good enough for meditation. They are more externalized, not internalized. That's a big difference. So these darkened states, here, it will take a very, very long time for the mind to get transformed into the third state of vikshipta, alternately. That person has to have a kind of a real conversion, a real kind of turbulent event that brings that person out of that kind of state. Generally, that person keeps on moving in that line which has been demarcated by the state of mind. And what happens is, the way the state of your own mind is, you will attract such people only to you. Okay. Which is this has been seen very often. We attract, or we are attracted to people of similar natures. So you will know, like the birds of a feather flock together, or water seeks its own level. So your state of the mind will attract such things to you, and you will be attracted to that. So it's not that there is no hope or no chance of something like. Everybody will have that chance. Everybody will have the chance to come and get this kind of spirituality.
in practicing the yoking technique, I am not so good at thinking of another thought. So I yoke everything to my mantra. Is that okay?
Oh yes, perfect. Oh, that's a perfect way. Yes. Yeah.
I am I right that this new series, Meditation Skills for Meditators, runs for 10 weeks
Ye-
every Saturday, same time? Should we wait for the series to finish before we can start practicing meditation?
Oh no, you keep on practicing as you learn newer and newer techniques. Then fine tune what really works for you. I will lay down some of the very basic, you can say, techniques that people have not learnt or have ignored. So in your regular practice, so you keep on practicing. Yeah, don't waste time. So the more you practice, the better you become.
I have been practicing meditation for a few months. Initially, I was feeling very calm and quiet. Lately, some angry feelings are coming out. Is this normal or am I missing the way?
No.
I feel like I shouldn't be angry.
Yes. The very fact that you are aware that you're getting angry, it's a big advance. And meditation in the early stages, practicing meditation is like churning the mind. All that dirt, no, is coming out. Like a centrifuge, your mantra or whatever is becomes like a kind of a centrifuge. It's whirling the mind stuff, and things are popping out. Long hidden desires and emotions and instinct, they all come up. And when they come up, it's a good thing, because when they come up, they are coming out to leave you. So that is the way.
Pranam Maharaj, if I'm unable to hold the image of Sri Ramakrishna, am I to open my eyes and glance at his image again and again?
Oh yes, please do. Our next Sunday's class will focus on this aspect. So we will, this is called Trataka, so we will do that Trataka aspect.
Sometimes my anxiety is elevated during meditation. Is it normal?
No, anxieties should go down. Why should you be anxious? If you are smitten with anxiety, means you are thinking about the results. Don't think of the results. Think about what you are doing at the moment. So that itself will be good enough. Mind should become calm. Okay. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu. Announcements: we have Sunday tomorrow, we have the celebration of Swami Brahmananda's birthday. The puja will start at 10. Homa will at 1. At 4 o'clock, we will have Ram Nam. And we have Maharaj's special tea offered. And then at 5:15, we have these talks by Swami Sarvadevananda, Swami Satyamayananda. And 6 p.m. is Vespers.